Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot, and today we are at Manchester Airport, more specifically at the Premier Inns on Runger Lane. Now there's two Premier Inn hotels and they make up a little trio with the Holiday Inn Express of budget options at Manchester Airport. And there is a separate video of the Holiday Inn Express, a link in the description below. Now, they're a little bit away from the main terminals, and so there is a shuttle bus to the airport, and there are public buses. Public bus stop's about 5 minutes walk away, and the shuttle bus currently is £5 per person. A taxi or an Uber to the airport takes about 15 minutes, and that's about £13. Of course, Uber prices can fluctuate. It is also about 15 minutes walk to the fantastic Runway Visitor Park, and that again is about £10 in an Uber with price fluctuations. The walk's quite pleasant. Now the room we're currently looking at is in Premier Inn North. I've stayed in South and they're virtually identical rooms. Pictures of my South room on the screen now, so I'm not going to cover that hotel very much. But just to say, the South has quite a nice beer garden. Now, one room that is different to the room we're looking at the moment is the disabled access at Premier Inn North. And I was given that once when the hotel was very busy. So I've included my little room tour of that room at the end of the video. But back to the room we're in. As you can see, you've everything that you require and everything you'd expect in a Premier Inn. Tea and coffee, and of course the famous Premier Inn bed, which we'll have a closer look at in a second. There are numerous power points in this room, and as you can see on this shelving unit, plenty of power sockets that I think must have been for, I don't know, a television in the past or something. There's also a power socket by the desk, so you can plug your laptop in there. Little bit of dust on the skirting board. Tisk, 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 tisk. We'll have another look at that again. The room is clean. That's obviously something that's been missed. And when you look at the bed, you'll see the bed spotless. As I said, I've stayed in here numerous times. This is my first visit, and I specifically requested a 6th floor room with a runway view. And I've never requested since, because I didn't see a single thing happening. The airport was quiet, but I just stayed for the bed now, and as you can see, it's a lovely bed, clean, fresh, and of course, outside of 5-star hotels, you can't beat a Premier Inn bed. You simply can't. Anyway, let's go and have a look in the bathroom. And one thing about a hotel that's got a few years, and although the hotel has a few years on the clock, it's not tired. You get a bathtub. Now, there's no new hotels being built that give you a bathtub unless you're 5-star. And I've even stayed in 5-star hotels that in their standard base rooms don't have a bathtub. So full marks there for the bathtub. As I said, I'm going to show you the disabled access room at the end of the video, which is coming up quite soon. But first, we're going to nip downstairs and have a look at the public areas. And of course, Premier Inn aren't just famous for their beds. They do a cracking breakfast. All in all, it is what it does, what it says on the tin. It's a Premier Inn. You're going to pay a budget price. You're not going to be as close as perhaps you want to be to the airport, but you have everything you need. Now, I've not eaten in the evening here, but as you see in a minute, I made up for it by having breakfast. This is filmed obviously not outside normal bar hours, and hence the place is empty. But there was a nice little buzz in here, nice little atmosphere. And one thing I would say, you're not just restricted to the vending machines when the restaurant stops serving. They didn't mind me ordering Deliveroo when I got there late one night at 10:30. But, out of respect to the hotel, don't do that when their restaurant is serving food. The other thing that, of course, you can do here is nip over to South. So that is an option. So there are numerous options when staying at North or South Premier Inn. Right, just arrived at the Premier Inn, Runger Lane, Manchester Airport, which I think are probably the best value hotels at Manchester Airport. But do bear in mind, you're going to add an extra £10 for the taxi to get you back to the airport. I think there's a shuttle bus that's slightly cheaper. I'll put that up on the screen. Anyway, let's have a look around this room, because this room's slightly different. We've got some coat hangers, which you may notice are quite low, with a big mirror, with a desk, TV remote control, and the heating instructions underneath that, the menu, tea and coffee of course. But the reason those coat hangers were low is this is the accessibility room. So we have a very low bathtub. We of course have a red cord, very correctly going right the way down to the floor. So it's all done by the book. So if you are looking for the accessibility room, this is the room itself. I have stayed here before, so I'm also going to put a link to the video of the standard room. But I thought it'd be nice to show you this room. So, and it's a sliding door. There we go. Now, if you do watch the channel and you watch my hotel reviews, and if you don't, why not? Good time to take a look. It's not just Premier Inns, although I'm a big fan of Premier Inn. I also have been lucky enough to stay in some amazing luxury 5-star hotels and suites all over the world. One thing is, you really do need to get up to a 5-star hotel to beat the classic Premier Inn bed. But I've done it. TV, plugs, sockets, HDMI but no USB, and there is no plug on that side of the bed, and there's no plug on that side of the bed. It's a view of the car park, so I'm not even going to bother going for the reflection. Now, again, if you watch the channel, you'll see that I do normally put my bags in the bathroom, film the room without my bags on show, and then swap over. As if by magic the room is empty. Now, I'm only here one night, I'm not going off anywhere. I'm at an event at the Runway Visitor Park, but I've just bought this bag. It's a magic bag. It's the best travel bag I've ever bought. I'm going to put a link on the screen and in the description to a video about this bag. It is amazing. It does everything. It's smart, it's waterproof. It can be used as a backpack hiking. It can be used walking into a smart hotel. And it can be a light backpack. It can be a full cabin luggage backpack. Like I said, it's magic. Anyway, I digress. This is the accessibility room at the Premier Inn, Runger Lane, Manchester Airport. And now it's time for me to dash off to the Runway Visitor Park, which is walking distance, unless it's raining. So it's taxi distance tonight.